Welcome to the RnBe.
Which camera do I look at? I have no idea which camera. Like that camera there?
Either of them work. Oh yeah, that one's faced on you, that one's on me.
Yeah.
Yeah, in case you guys haven't noticed, the RnBe, the Rob and Benny experiment, has currently relocated and taken over the Comics Tonight set. We're gonna, oh, we got rid of the sign. There is no sign.
Yeah, man, you were there when we moved it.
I know, shut up. Stop acknowledging that I forgot what we did 2 minutes ago. Yeah, but anyway, guys, yeah, this is the Rob and Benny experiment. This is a weekly podcast that Rob and I do right here on the Comicstorian channel. We do it every week. We talk about pop culture and stuff like that. And this week's episode is sponsored by Vincero, luxury watches for young hustlers. I love that line they want me to say, but we actually do really enjoy these watches. Stick around to about the middle of the podcast. Rob and I will talk a little bit more about these watches because we do enjoy them. But today we're going to be talking Deadpool.
Yes.
Yes.
And Dan is joining us today. Hi, Dan.
Yes, hello, Dan. We're talking about a pool of dead people.
Yeah.
Talking about.
I just decided to sit here, and they're like, oh, I guess we'll record.
He wouldn't get
here.
up.
Yeah.
We rearranged the Comics Tonight set because we decided to make this like a podcast set, so we can change out the signs, we can change out the sets, maybe the statues, have a little more fun, maybe give you guys a little bit more of a professional air to our podcasting. And Dan just won't leave.
Yeah.
It's a comfy couch.
I mean,
what can I say?
I threatened him. I was like, look, man, like if you don't leave, bad things are gonna happen.
Bad things are gonna happen?
Yeah, and he's like, well, you know what? Then we'll just wait and see what those things are. And I was like, damn it. So,
so now Rob's gonna go home and start planning out bad things. Okay, what can I do?
I hate having to do this again. I got to be like John Wick and just start like bringing out all the tools and all this stuff.
Oh gosh.
But yes, and just a heads up for anybody who's watching this. This is streamed live every Thursday morning. We'll stream this or our gaming podcast, which is located over on our Eligible Monster channel. These will be streamed live on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/EligibleMonster. You can normally catch them about 1 p.m. Eastern, give or take 10-15 minutes, depending on what's going on in the office right about now. What?
I just forgot.
What'd
or
you
just remembered. I have an episode of Legion I have to watch. Oh!
Wait, did it come back for like a season 3?
That wasn't the season finale, was it? The last one?
I haven't finished.
There's one more. There's one more episode.
So for the record, I have finally decided to catch up on all the comic shows that I have not been watching. So okay. So today we're going to be talking about Deadpool. We're going to talk about the superheroes that Deadpool has killed.
Yeah, he's killed people.
Right.
Okay,
That's going to be today's topic. But if this is your first Rob and Benny experiment, then I'm sorry. We tangent a lot.
A lot.
A lot. Yeah.
Like you look up tangent and you'll see our face.
And today's tangent to begin with is going to be, okay, so let me talk to you about the TV shows real quick, okay? So we were talking about podcasts that we can bring over to our Patreon.
Yeah.
Because over on the Comicstorian Patreon, Dan and I decided that we're going to do multiple podcasts, which you can get only through our Patreon. We do like the Conspiracy Cast with Rob. We do an app game podcast. Our gaming podcast is over there. If it's not only on Patreon, it then gets loaded. It's a week early on Patreon typically. Yeah. So like Comicstorian Weekly, our Sunday show goes up there. Anyway, we were talking about finally doing a DC TV show podcast, which is what has led to me doing the DC TV show videos on the channel. Yeah. Because you love to hit me up. Rob loves to go home. Rob loves to give me crap for playing video games with my time off, right? No. Like we'll go out and do things, and then I'm like, hey, he's like, what are you doing today? I'm like, I'm going to go play a video game.
Because there's like a ton of other things that you could be doing.
Right. But Rob will go home and then binge watch all of Netflix.
Okay, no, that's not okay. I binge watch all of Netflix. Everything on Netflix.
Every day, Rob hits me up and says, here's the latest things I've watched on Netflix. You need to watch these.
Dude, I'm dying for Ballers to come back.
See, that's what I see.
I'm getting caught up. Like I'm current. Dude, I'm current. Oh my God, Westworld.
If you watch our gaming podcast, then you know that Rob likes to give me crap for playing games.
Legion.
But then he'll just watch Netflix.
But Legion is so good,
He'll just watch Netflix.
Legion is so amazing, though.
That's all he does. But no, I mean, all joking aside, we all do a lot of other things. But the amount of time that I spend on video games is about how much time Rob spends on Netflix or something. But anyway, what I'm getting at here is Rob loves to hit me up with a show, and then he'll give me crap for not watching the show.
Because it's a great show.
Right. But what Rob doesn't seem to realize is I don't watch any of them.
Yeah.
Like, I don't watch Gotham, Flash, Arrow. I don't watch Supergirl.
I don't watch Gotham. I watch Supergirl occasionally. Love the Flash because my girl Candace Patton's on Flash.
But what I'm saying is like, I don't watch shows in general for the most part. I watch Westworld and Supernatural. I don't know why those are the two that always get into my watch.
I don't know why
you are obsessed with Supernatural.
Dude, you are.
Supernatural's amazing.
I've never met anybody who's been like, yeah, man, like I live, eat, and breathe Supernatural. I've been watching since the beginning.
I have been.
I don't know anybody. You're the only person I know.
Dean's like my hero, man.
Why,
Sam
though?
whines a little bit, but I like Sam's hair. So if I could get like Sam's hair on Dean's Bonnie and like Dean's eating habit, he eats burgers every day. It's amazing.
Dean is the blonde one, right?
He's like dirty blonde, but yeah.
Yeah.
Dean's the older brother. Sam's the one with the longer hair.
Yeah, I can see how you would want Sam's hair. Sam does have some pretty amazing
Dean's
hair.
He has
awesome.
some luscious locks.
He's got some
Dean
luscious
is
locks.
awesome.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, I would want his hair just so I could see what it's like to comb it.
But there are 3 shows that I always have kept up with, and that Westworld's recent.
Yeah.
I even fell off watching Game of Thrones.
Well, that's because it's not on right now.
Well, yeah, but I didn't even finish last season yet.
What?
Well, no, I didn't on purpose though, because they announced that they're gonna have like a year and a half off, and I'm like, I'm at a point where the cliffhanger's not killing me, so we're just gonna watch them all when the new one starts.
Dude, hold on. You're not caught up with the end of the last season.
No, I'm not.
The cliffhanger for the end of the last season will...
Don't spoil it here on the podcast. Anyway,
I don't understand how you cannot be caught up with some of these amazing shows.
well, that's because I'm playing games instead. So,
But the shows are good,
but
though.
in counteract to that, how are you not caught up on all the video games?
Because the shows are better than the video games.
See, this is a difference in taste thing. I'd rather just spend my time playing a game like Rainbow Six or Monster Hunter World or barreling through, Detroit or something like that.
Oh my God, Detroit.
And that's what I'm saying. But you would rather spend your time on Netflix. Anyway, the point I'm getting at is over on Patreon, we now have a podcast in which we talk about the DC shows.
All that to throw out a Patreon show.
Oh my
No,
Throw out a
gosh.
Patreon show.
But what I'm getting at is the joke is not that really the joke, but I finally caught up with Flash.
Yeah.
And after catching, I finally got all the way through it. I binge watched it.
Yeah.
And that led us to deciding that on Patreon, starting with the DC Universe and the new season of shows, we're going to have a Patreon show talking about all these shows finally.
Depending on which show you're on, I mean, I wouldn't mind being on one or something like that.
Oh no,
If it's
I
cool.
was gonna drag you in for some of them. We're gonna talk about a bunch of these, but that's what I was getting at. Like, I'm fine. I figured out a way to force myself to watch the shows that you want me to watch, turn it into a job.
That's the saddest thing I've ever heard.
You know
Because
my
there's-
work ethic.
I know how you are, but I'm just saying,
gosh.
I couldn't even sit down and enjoy playing video games without at least having a gaming podcast.
Yep.
You know, it's okay to not work 100% of the time.
No, it's not. That's not how I was raised.
You're a workaholic.
That's not how I was
is.
raised.
He is such
I
a
was
workaholic.
He very much, he'll be like, you know what, I'm going to take the next week off. And then partway through that week, I get a message. So we're going to stream this. I want to make sure it looks good. We're going to make some videos about it. I'm like, Benny, this was your week off. You're not supposed to be thinking like
when
this.
I grew up, my
Brainstorming.
family did not have money. Okay, at all. They just didn't.
Okay.
We barely made ends meet. And I was always taught to earn your way through life. Go work, work, work. And so when I was 15, when I started to want things, I started working. Now, I feel like this job, because it's self-propelled, is bad for me. Because in the Army, I would wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, be at formation at 5:30. I would work until 6, but there's no work to do afterwards. I knew it was done. I could go home and relax. But the problem with our job is I can't go home and relax because I'm at home where I work.
So just relax at home.
Well, that's the problem. I sat down and started playing video games at the beginning of this year, and that led to, we should do a gaming podcast so I can talk about these.
But it can't be that bad though, because I mean you're doing what you love.
Oh, no, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're 100% right. As much as I am a workaholic, and a lot of my days do boil down to I get up at 5 a.m. every day, I have my breakfast, I get my coffee, I'm writing scripts at 6, I'm over at the gym at 8, but we don't end until almost 7 p.m. every day. I regret nothing.
Yeah.
After 9.5, 10 years in the military and working those full days and getting to the end of 6 p.m. and feeling so unfulfilled because half of that day was sitting on a couch doing nothing, at least the whole time I'm working here, and you too, you feel like you're accomplishing something.
Yeah, but
You
also,
had a dispatch job. How often did you sit at that job and do nothing?
I mean, on the off chance that I ever have to go back to that job one day, I did a lot of things. There was never a point where I did nothing. But I'm picking up what you're putting down. So yeah, no, I mean, but okay, but you know how I am though. I think shows are more interesting than games. It has to be of a particular type of game for me to be immersed.
Well, no,
in it.
you know why? I can see your philosophy in that because your favorite games are story-driven games.
Yeah.
Yes, Uncharted and oh my God, Detroit.
That's what I'm
Becoming
saying.
Human.
Those are your favorite games. So I mean, it's totally a philosophy of how you spend your off time. I like to do video games. You like to do Netflix, and that's probably fine. I'm not saying you're doing anything wrong. I can see why you like shows better.
I mean, I'm saying you're doing things wrong.
You're not judgmental at all.
No, I'm not. I just see things differently. That's all that is. And I know I'm right about the things. That
Dan's like, you brought me on for Deadpool. Can we
Yeah, I'm just gonna let you guys do your thing.
Come on, what's your opinion on all this?
Yeah, what do you think, Dan?
See, I don't even watch the superhero shows. I watch anime and stand-up.
Okay, well, you're out of the
That's what he
conversation. now.
I watch so much stand-up. I've actually desired, I want to try and do stand-up, but then every time I try, I'm like, no, I would suck and just kind of hate myself from everyone heckling me, so
What was the name of that comedian? God, there was this comedian. I think it was something Martin. I can't remember what it is. He did a few commercials for a little while. But he would have like his stand-up, it would be one part comedy, one part like philosophy. And it was, God, you know what I'm talking about? Dimitri Martin, there we go.
Oh yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah, Dimitri Martin was hilarious.
So I will say this. I have a reason why gaming's kind of where I go to when we're done working. I love comics.
Yeah.
I love comic books. I love superheroes. I feel if I'm gonna watch shows, what I should be watching are the superhero shows, and there's no way to not turn that into a job with what we do. But with the gaming, since Natalie runs the gaming channel and kind of plans what we're doing, it's less work-related, and I can more enjoy myself because I'm separated away from the comics and away from the superheroes.
I can see that from the comic book side.
Yeah.
Yeah, like even going to cons, like it's not 100% chilling out.
Yeah.
There is still a little bit of like, okay, like I want to cover that story.
Yeah, exactly. Even when I'm watching the TV shows, like I'm just trying to relax and watch The Flash, or the only shows I can watch and I don't have to think about work are Supernatural, Westworld, because there's nothing we can do on the channels for them.
Yeah.
But for me, like if I sit down and watch Arrow or The Flash or Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the whole time I'm thinking in my head, we got to make a video on this villain. Yeah. We got to find where this story came from. I got to cover this thing or whatever.
I mean, let's be honest. With The Flash, you were like watching and you go, I'm not a big fan of Iris West with her position in the show, so you turned it into a video.
Exactly. I turned it into a video. I didn't like her position in the show because
yeah.
I feel like she should be Iris West, not just Barry's wife who happens to be the leader of the team and give pep talks.
Yeah.
I mean, my argument, you're still wrong, Rob, but...
I mean, I'm wrong insofar as I'm right. and you're wrong.
No.
So,
But anyway, yeah, that's part of the reason why
man.
I don't. I'm going to watch the shows because I'm turning it into a workish kind of thing.
Yeah.
I figure maybe if we're doing a podcast, I can less focus on like the storyline straight out of this plot, and we got to cover this plot on Tuesday and whatever.
See, it's not really the same for me. Like, I don't really sit down and watch like a Marvel movie. Sometimes I might, depending on what the movie is, but I wouldn't really sit down and watch a show and say, okay, I want to make a topic about this, because I don't really talk about the shows. Now, a movie, like for me, that's fun. Like doing Avengers 4 theories, because I'm like, okay, like how crazy can we get? Like how bonkers can we get? It's like, okay, so let's have Sam Alexander, and then let's see how you roll him into the MCU, or like Blue Marvel, or somebody like that. But to me, it's just kind of fun to let my imagination run away and do that kind of stuff. But I don't really see that. I guess it's just a matter of perspective, I guess.
Well, it's just how we both take things, and I think that actually has a lot to do with our bringing up. Because I've been, since I was a kid, been taught like you will work until you're like, the old school mentality, you will work until you're down to nothing and you will run yourself into the ground kind of mentality. And you and I have talked, you have a much more laid back appearance.
Oh yeah, Dad's philosophy was always if you do what you love, you'll never be poor.
Yeah.
And like live to work. Or, I'm sorry, work to live, don't live to work.
Yeah.
That was Dad's whole philosophy when it came to all that stuff.
So.
Yeah, makes sense.
We're in a Benny agent. The Twitch chat is calling this the Benny agent because I started a tangent.
You did.
I was trying to like.
You started a big tangent.
See, here's the problem with this topic. I think this topic's going to work fine. I don't know if we have a full 45 minutes out of it. Here's what I'm going to find funny. This turns into an hour and a half episode because because Benny tangent at the beginning of it.
Pretty much. Beginning. Okay, so Deadpool. So is this one of the 15 people who can kill him?
Yeah. So we decided to pull up a list from Screen Rant. We're going to do an old school because we haven't done an RnBe like this in a while.
Yeah, we really haven't.
This is where we go down somebody else's list and discuss it. It's a concept we used over on our gaming channel, Discussion.
Yeah.
When we do some things with the gaming ones. We just brought that back over there recently. Rob,
what do you think, Dan?
Of the middle of his sentence?
See what you would say.
Yeah, no, it's something we do on the gaming channel all the time. Check it out, Eligible Monster. But let's go ahead and start this one up. Okay. The links to that's all down below. Everything except Rob's channel. I always forget to do it.
I just want to see your reaction.
I always
so caught off guard.
I remember like a week and a half later. So after like all the views are through, I'm always like, oh shit, Politic Beats.
Wow. It's good to know I'm a valuable friend, I guess.
Yeah, because your channel's so small, you need the help.
Yeah, it's true.
You need the exposure for people to know who you are.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a Screen Rant list. I'm going to tell you right now, we already glanced at this list. This list is very much bullshit in our opinion.
I don't think I've looked at the list.
We already brought a couple. They took a bunch. Okay, right.
In my opinion, is this the one that did the really bad one we did on Discussion recently?
Yes, Screen Rant is the one that did that.
Screen Rant sucks.
Sometimes it depends.
Okay, so but anyway, they made a list, and you could tell they were aiming to just get to 15. Because instead of getting you, 15 unique spots where you kill people, I saw 3 in here that are already from Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe.
So they were probably just
cheated.
glitched out for the food.
That's cheating, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I want a list of people that Deadpool's killed. Let me get a book where it's just page after page.
Yeah.
Where it literally has Deadpool kills in the title.
Yeah. A book specifically designed to tell us who he's killed.
They just go, okay, flip to random page. Oh, he killed this person. Here's on the list.
I'm not gonna lie. At the end of we have a list coming out tomorrow about times Deadpool's died, and as the number 7 on it, I lumped everyone from Deadpool kills Deadpool into that.
Oh yeah.
I'm like,
Really?
for number 7, here's all of them, and I just listed as they died.
Yeah, Pandapool died. Yeah, that was the saddest thing. I loved Pandapool.
Okay,
Pandapool was
so
amazing.
do we want to do the ones that? Well, I'll mention them. Fantastic Four. He killed them in the
That was hilarious.
Yeah, I liked how
it's the opening thing, and like the Watcher's talking. He's like, he gets electrocuted, and just dies.
Yeah,
I laughed so hard when I saw.
So he injected Mr. Fantastic with a thing that kept him permanently stretched out. Was
Yep.
it? He couldn't pull it back in.
I remember what he did with Susan Storm.
I got them all here. So
I remember she was the last one. Like it starts off with all the other ones basically dead, and he was trying to kill her.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly how, but I remember that was kind of how it was going, and she was like completely invisible, like hiding herself, and he was like, "I can find you."
Yeah.
And then,
I think you're thinking of a different one because this one's listing what happened in this one. So anyway, the thing was demolished into a pile of rubble. Mr. Fantastic was fully stretched out. Okay, it was a puddle of skin. Johnny Storm got his throat slit. Kind of feels like a cheap way to kill him.
Yeah, that's not very.
And I guess Invisible Woman was the last one standing, and seems to put a stop to the bloodshed when she uses her powers to cause his head to burst.
Yeah, she creates a force field inside.
Yeah,
That's right.
Deadpool's healing is so strong he regenerates and stabs her through the back.
That's right.
Okay.
So I think he killed them again or something like that. Wasn't it? Literally, Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe
Again?
Yeah.
Yes. I actually remember that part. I actually really enjoyed that.
I don't think I read that
I kind of like when heroes fight Deadpool because you kind of see the evil in them a little bit.
Yeah.
The fact that she has the idea to explode his head from the inside with her force field.
Yeah. They can just not pull any punches.
Yeah, well, that's just it. A lot of times that's how the case goes. So next on the list is another from Marvel. Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe. Spider-Man.
Yeah, he shoots him in the head.
Yeah, just
doesn't he?
point blank.
Yeah, just shoots him in the face. It was a little anticlimactic.
It really was. The two heroes scuffle, but Spidey is more interested in getting his occasional friend to snap out of it than finishing him off. Yeah. Unfortunately, Deadpool's already beyond the point of help at this point. He's already gone crazy.
Yeah.
So Spider-Man went on sarcastically asking if Wade was going to gut him with a sword. Deadpool hatched another plan and promised he wouldn't gut Peter and pulled out a gun and shot him point blank in the head. Did he make a comment, though, that he'd come back or something? He made a comment about his popularity.
No, I think that was Wolverine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Wolverine's superpower is popularity.
Yeah, that's what it was.
No, that one he was just like, he shoots him and he's like, why did no one else ever think of this? It's super easy.
Yeah.
Like,
shoot him in the head.
Yeah, he was commenting on all the villains that Spidey had fought.
Yeah.
yes.
That failed to actually kill him.
Yeah, and they're like, why did none of them just use a gun? I mean, he's not super powerful enough to not get killed by a gun.
I was going to comment something on Solo, but I can't. It just came out.
Yeah.
So, okay. Next up on the list is someone from looking of the image they're showing here is not from that Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe. It's Steve Rogers.
Is it the Deadpool, the captain who won't wear the shield?
It doesn't name where it's from. So once again, Screen, you could have at least cited your source.
Yeah.
It wasn't genuine Captain America, but rather a clone posing as the real deal. Is that?
I think that's what it is.
Okay,
The one
still,
who
he had the
wore
same
shield.
appearance as the original, and since he's a clone, that presumably meant he had the same abilities. Even though this is just a copy of a superhero, it's pretty impressive that Deadpool was able to come out on top against Steve Rogers. The two fought in a fair bout at first, going one-on-one, snapping each other's arms and trading headbutts, letting the blood flow. The fight was broken up when Deadpool was on top, but there was no
ambiguity.
Thank you. About who won thanks to Deadpool finishing the job later. This Captain America clone didn't have long to live and soon left the Marvel Universe with just the original after he was killed by a rifle shot.
Yeah, I don't think that's the one who won't wear the shield. Because I want to say the Captain America who won't wear the shield was Deadpool as Captain America in the 40s. I don't remember, to be honest. It's been a long time. I read that around the time I read Deadpool Core. That was 3 years ago.
That was a good story.
That brings up to the recent thing, though, with Hydra Cap.
Yeah.
Where Deadpool's
Yeah.
legit made the comment, I won't kill you because I want you to suffer here with no toilet. And then he blew up the toilet.
No, he does. Didn't he leave him alive because he wanted Steve Rogers, the real one, to suffer because he still existed?
Yes.
And
That's exactly it. He
Okay.
doesn't want Steve Rogers to get off scot-free because
Yeah.
Deadpool killed the evil one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he also took his toilet.
He took his
away.
toilet out. And you're going to suffer. And he blew his toilet up and it's filling up the whole area. Rob doesn't read current Deadpool, so...
Not really.
Nope.
Yeah, it was funny.
It's not really my thing. Yeah.
It's Deadpool. I don't know how it's not your thing.
My version of Deadpool was Joe Kelly when he uppercutted Kitty Pryde out of the panel. That was fun. That was hilarious.
Are you going to start tweeting Marvel, not my Deadpool?
Hashtag not my
Deadpool.
Deadpool. Wow. No way, because that'll get just universal hate from everybody, because everybody loves Deadpool.
Everyone has a version of Deadpool they like.
Yeah.
If the Gwenpool they bring back in West Coast Avengers isn't that good, I'm going to start that tweet. Hashtag
Not my Gwenpool.
Gwenpool. Not my Gwenpool.
All right, so number 12 on their list is Black Widow. Utilizing an array of sexual innuendo, surprise kisses, and even love messages spelled out in the sky, Deadpool tried to win over Black Widow. What comic is this?
Yeah.
Maybe the rest of the Thunderbolts were jealous because the appropriately named headsman soon lopped off Deadpool's head and seemed to put an end to the battle. But Deadpool had been playing the long game and was revived when Black Widow sewed his head back on. All is fair in love and war, and Deadpool may have lost the war, but he did win Black Widow's heart, causing her to concede fighting against him. How does that he beat her, though?
Wait, I thought this was
he
killing.
Like he literally he just overpowered her desire to not be around him. Like he just.
Oh my God! Sometimes victory doesn't come with violence, but whereas they legit were just like, we need a Deadpool-themed list that has 15 things on it.
No Deadpool win comes without violence. The guy's a mercenary who has so many weapons on him.
Look, it's kind of cheating if he used Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe, but at least he kills people in that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
That's what I mean. Like, at least things are happening. Deadpool wins the love of Black Widow.
But I mean, there's also a bunch of other stuff too, like Deadpool. Oh God, what was that solo series with the head?
Head
Zombie. Oh, that was Deadpool. That was Deadpool Core. That was Deadpool Mark with the Mouth.
There we go.
Yes.
Work with the mouth. Yeah, it was Deadpool Work with the Mouth. I mean, you got a ton of those things that you could draw off of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't tell me that he hasn't killed other people in all these other alternate universes. Didn't he mix into Marvel zombies at one point with Zombie Pool?
Well, that's where the head came from.
No,
the head
the
was
head-
Deadpool from the zombie universe.
Yeah, no, you're right. And then
Yeah.
he came over and then joined the Deadpool Core, and they put a propeller on it and it flew around.
Yeah.
Yep. Headpool.
Which
Good
is
old
pretty awesome.
Headpool.
Yeah. I mean, how they managed to make that work, I don't know, but it's Deadpool comics, so who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he met like the female version of
Do
himself.
we count this one?
Oh,
Do we
Lady
count that? Do
Deadpool.
No, we don't count that.
We don't count. He won
No.
the love of Black Widow.
I was expecting to wait for you to say, and then he stabbed her in the back.
Yeah, that's what I was
Or
thinking.
I was like, okay, when's he gonna betray her?
Like, given the nature of Black Widow's character in Marvel Comics, like a lot of people have earned the love of Black Widow. So you know, it ain't her first rodeo.
I love how Rob was so just earned the love of
yeah.
Black Widow.
Black Widow shared her love with a lot of people in Marvel Comics. They don't shy away from that.
What are you
Oh
playing,
my
Rob?
gosh.
What are you playing?
I'm just saying that's girls been down under more times with Crocodile Dundee. Okay,
Oh my
Here's the thing though, like that story I think is from the Marvel Now Thunderbolts run with like Psylocke,
Yes,
Red
I
Hulk.
actually think you're
all
right
that
because they
stuff,
mentioned the Thunderbolts and he
They
was
mentioned
on
the
that
Thunderbolts,
group.
yeah.
Because that was the only time I read Thunderbolts, other than when Jim Zub wrote it because they had Kobik on it, and I thought that was cool.
Yeah, that was interesting.
But then
I couldn't
they
get
also
too on it,
redesigned Kobik though to look like an anime girl. That was weird. She looked like a normal girl, and then she got swapped over to just looking completely different.
When she was in the other or the ethereal
No,
realm,
in the
what it was?
Thunderbolts run, she completely got turned into like a little magical girl in anime.
Oh,
Long
with like
hair.
the blue hair.
Yeah,
and
it was all
yeah,
weird.
okay, yeah.
I
see
asked him
what
about
you're
it at a convention. He said it wasn't even his choice. The artist just did it.
saying. Really?
Yeah,
That's weird.
Wow, that kind of sucks.
yeah. I'm fine with her doing that, but they never even acknowledged that she did that. It was
Yeah.
just.
She just wanted to make herself look different.
Yeah.
She was watching Dragon Ball and wanted to look like Bulma. I don't know.
All right, number 11 on this list is Doctor Strange from Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe.
Oh my gosh.
They don't even show it. I thought he's just laying dead on
Yep.
his Sanctum Sanctorum.
Regardless,
Yeah.
Deadpool got creative playing here and played up Sorcerer Supreme's magical side. He arranged Doctor Strange's body and room in a ritualistic manner, leaving him spread out on a star shape on the table. Wade even killed off Wong in the process.
Yeah.
Poor Wong.
That is being counted as he killed. We don't even see how.
Yeah, he's just
Yeah.
laying dead on a pentagon. It's weird. Or pentagram, rather. It's weird.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Screen Rant.
Screen Rant. Okay, this is a
mean-
lazy ass
you
article.
see, remember when I said
Yeah.
this was a terrible list website?
I actually like their
Like-
channel on YouTube.
Yeah, no, I mean, not every list they go through is bad, but like this is lazy as hell.
This is
Yeah.
this is
Like, this is-
literally. Wait, hold on. When did
I
this
feel
come out?
like they should have just renamed it
Oh, I
All
guarantee
the
it came
best
out before
deaths
Deadpool
in
too.
Deadpool
It came
kills
out
the
last
Marvel
year
universe.
with the last movie. Didn't the last movie come out last year?
Yeah, and I guarantee they rushed
so.
it. They were like, we're 2 days out from the movie's release. Just make a list and send it out. Shit.
All right. So
This is
number
typed in a
10
coffee
is
shop, isn't it?
Wolverine. Not Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe, though.
Is this
Because I
Deadpool-
actually kind of liked that way
Is
he
this
did
Deadpool
it.
versus Wolverine?
I think so.
That two-issue
Because
run,
they
two-issue
also
story?
don't specify where they got these from.
Well, the art for that one is pretty stand out.
This
in terms
is
of
old school.
how crazy it looks.
No, this is old school. Here, I'll show it to you.
Maybe it's that
Oh wow, yeah, that's really old
looks
school.
like Circle Chase.
Circle Chase?
That was the first miniseries Deadpool had. It was written by Mark Waid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wolverine is the guy that everyone thinks has the thinks of when healing factor is brought up, but that ability becomes less unique as the years have gone on. Daken and X-23 have both used it. Deadpool arguably has the most powerful variation of his healing factor. Blah blah blah. Wolverine and Deadpool have fought numerous times over the years. Wolverine has fared surprisingly poorly. In fact, Deadpool has beaten Logan on at least 3 separate occasions. One such battle actually gave Logan a taste of his own medicine, as Deadpool had his healing factor while Logan's was still weakened due to recently enduring Magneto ripping the adamantium out of his body.
Oh yeah.
Okay, no. So that was an X-Men comic then, because Fatal Attractions is where that happened in Wolverine. So that's a Wolverine solo comic. Because after Deadpool first showed up, they rolled him out of X-Force. He popped up in X-Force once or twice. And from out of New Mutants, when that became X-Force, he showed up in X-Force
That was still
once
when
or
he
twice.
was a bad guy, though, right?
Well, that was when he was a henchman. When he was just a mercenary working for Cable's son, and then he would pop up in in other stories here and there, and then he got Circle Chase by Mark Waid, and then he got a solo series by Joe Kelly.
Right.
So
And that one led to the Daniel Way, or was there more in the middle?
No, it was Joe Kelly, then it was Gail Simone, and then it was Christopher Priest, and then a few other people, and then you get to Daniel Way.
See, for someone who says he doesn't like Deadpool, he sure knows a lot about Deadpool.
I'm just
Right.
it's my job to know that stuff.
I know. Anyway, he beat him by impaling him through the heart and lungs.
Yeah.
And then we go to another one. From
I'm
Deadpool
kinda
Goes to Marvel
sad,
Universe,
though.
when he killed the Watcher.
Why are you kind of sad?
Well, because the way that he kills him or like keeps him pretty much out of
Explain that.
out of
Go ahead.
play.
I mean, we're doing that today.
Yeah, in Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe, he basically like ties him up and he's like, I always planned on how to take myself out if it ever came to it. And he basically has it so that he's constantly getting dissolved by like acid spray.
I forgot about that.
And then like every time it
Isn't he
starts
doing it to
detecting.
X-23 and Daken too?
Yeah.
Yep, they're all tied up and it's got like monitors on them. So every time they start to regenerate, it just wastes them down to like their skeleton again.
Yeah,
I loved that one.
It sets Daken and X-23 on fire.
Yeah.
It burns them constantly.
Yeah.
To their healing factor, and it'll burn their healing factor out eventually. Yeah, and then I didn't even think about that.
I thought that was like one of the most creative ways
Oh.
because he completely accepts the fact that you can't get rid of their healing factor, so just use it against them pretty much.
Dude, the best part about the fight between Wolverine and Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe, is when he's wearing Beast.
Yes.
That was so hilarious.
Oh my
gosh.
gosh.
Okay, Gary, here's a point in the story. Deadpool kills Beast. You know who Beast is, right? The blue guy. He kills him and like skins him and wears him as a fur. And then like he's fighting Wolverine while he's wearing Beast. It's hilarious. Oh my god.
Rob, it's been a week since you've had your amazing Vincera watch.
Yeah.
How amazing is your watch, Rob?
It is pretty solid, man. Like I feel high class when I wear this thing. No, it is really nice. I really enjoy it.
I mean, for the record, people like to think that we do these ads just because, they paid him to do that. I've actually been wearing this watch all week.
Yeah.
Like we said last time, makes you look like a boss.
Yeah.
Someone who can afford a really expensive watch, but I don't want to buy a really expensive watch. I want to buy a nice watch that looks like I can buy a really expensive watch.
Yeah, it makes you look like a decision maker. That's really what it is.
Like you're a decision maker?
Yeah,
I never
I am a
thought of
person.
that.
I'm a person who makes decisions and determines the future of people's livelihoods.
Wow, Rob!
I am that kind of a boss. Like,
Are you that kind of a boss?
No, I'm not like a mean boss. Like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna fire you because I can. Like, no, I'm not like that.
That is really, really difficult. But no, this watch does really look like some of those $500, $600 watches. And I wanted to kind of step my game up recently.
Yeah.
So we've been doing, better clothing. I'm trying to grow the beard out so I can look, because I did research. The beard apparently makes you look like a boss too. So I'm trying to grow that out.
Oh, dude,
and of
there are a
course
lot
you
of
need a
benefits.
boss-looking watch to
Yes.
go with the beard and everything else.
It creates it creates an ensemble. Chicks dig beards.
And
chicks
watches.
Chicks dig nice watches. Chicks dig guys who have beards and nice watches. So
And amazing hair,
And
which
amazing
Rob
hair.
will never have.
I won't.
But yeah, no, you guys can check out these watches yourself by going to VenceroWatches.com, RnBe06, and enter the promo code Rob and Benny. Don't blend in, stand out. If you couldn't tell from all my tattoos and my hair and everything I do, it's kind of how I like to live my life. I like to show up in a room and people are like, I don't know who that guy is, but he looks like a boss. He looks important.
Yeah. I'm getting there.
You're not on my tier of just standing out everywhere you go?
No, I'm trying to come down to your tier.
Oh, come down? Oh, you're so much bigger than I am.
Yeah, that's basically what that is.
Okay. But yeah, no, go check it out, guys. You can get 15% off your entire order at VenceroWatches.com/RnBe06. That is VinceroWatches.com/R and symbol B06. And then you can pop in the promo code Rob and Benny to get 15% off your entire order. Check it out. So there you go. We were just talking about our watches right there, guys. Number 9 on this list is Yuata the Watcher.
Yuata the Watcher?
Yuata the Watcher. Yuata.
When was that?
What are you thinking about?
Where the hell did the Red Guard come from?
We were having an Elder Scrolls discussion. As we discovered, we were on Twitch. We film these live every Thursday over on Twitch at about 1 p.m. Eastern. And we were apparently in Elder Scrolls Online this whole time as the category, because Dan and I play that on the channel frequently.
Yep.
So that led to a discussion off camera about Elder Scrolls and where the Red Guard are from. So right now, while you're watching this as a video, not live, if you can get the answer before Rob, say it in the comments down below.
Someone's going to be like, bam. Because I just finished playing. Damn.
Yuata the Watcher. Anyway, he got killed in Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe, so it's kind of like another...
Okay,
yeah,
so it was still in that one. Okay.
You keep thinking, Rob. Dan and I will move on to number 8, the Hulk.
Which storyline?
Yeah, I was wondering. The Hulk is one of the unlucky characters who actually has 2 losses to Deadpool, which may be surprising considering how petty everyone, how pretty much everyone has outmatched against the Hulk. In one incident, another fight courtesy of Deadpool killed in the Marvel Universe. That's when he kills him because he was like resting or whatever. A canon example is when Deadpool challenged the Hulk to get his blood. Wade believed the only way to counteract the gamma radiation affecting him was to use Banner's blood, so he baited the Hulk into a battle. The Hulk jumped up, probably planning to squash Wade as he came down, but while he was in the air, Deadpool positioned a post on the ground so that the Hulk ended up impaling himself on it when he landed.
Okay, that's kind of smart. Because you can't stop yourself once you're in air.
Yeah. What comic is that, Rob? Now we're going to have his wheels going in 2 directions.
Right.
Where are the Red Guard from?
He's like, I don't know.
That may have been from Hulked Out Heroes.
Yeah, I could see that. Hulked Out Heroes.
I feel like a lot of the people...
No, it's not canon either. It was a canon example.
Hulked Out Heroes is canon.
No, it's not. Is it?
Yeah. That took place during the Fall of the Hulk storyline.
Oh, I thought it was in canon.
Yeah, everybody becomes a Hulk.
Yeah, well, I know the story. We've done videos on it. I didn't think it was canon. I thought it was on its own.
No, I'm pretty sure it was in continuity. I don't know. It may not have, though, because he went back in time and killed all the superheroes. So maybe it's not in canon. I thought they found a way to fix it, though.
I feel like the way you defeat the Hulk, though, is just beat him before he gets super, super angry. Like,
That's typically it, yeah.
Because he's super powerful, but it's because he's ramping up based on his...
Everyone loves to argue Hulk versus Superman.
Yeah.
And I always argue Superman can win, but there are circumstances that have to happen for that.
He'd have to defeat him, like, right off the bat.
Exactly. And that's why the Hulk will win. Because, yes, if Superman catches the Hulk right away with one of his most powerful punches, the Hulk is not mad enough to fight it.
Yeah.
He will take him out. That is the problem is Superman won't kill, and he won't do that. Yeah. So by the time he's realized how to beat the Hulk, it's going to be too late.
Yeah.
Exactly, because it's just going to elevate. The longer the battle, the less likely you're going to beat the Hulk.
I mean, isn't that pretty much how he won when it was DC versus Marvel? He got Hulk when he was in that smarter state, so he knocked him out before he could get super mad?
Yeah, he knocked him out, and the terms of the contest were you just had to make them unconscious. Yeah. And he basically, I'm pretty sure he punches him into a mountain. Yeah. And he knocks him unconscious. Because we're talking about the amalgam thing.
Yeah. It became the amalgam thing, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's JLA versus
Did you figure out the Red Guard thing yet?
No. The only thing I can think of are the names of the cities in Skyrim. Like Falkreath.
You played Oblivion and Morrowind, right? Or is Skyrim really your only Elder Scrolls?
No, I've played Oblivion and Morrowind. Okay. I didn't like them. I like Skyrim better.
Skyrim, I felt, hit that nice middle ground of still letting you do whatever you wanted, but there was a way to know what you were doing.
Yeah.
Morrowind is good, but there's like no way to know what you're doing.
Oblivion
kind of falls into that same category to an extent, where it's like, here's the main story. good luck figuring the rest out.
Skyrim was more. It allowed casual players.
There was
to
a
do it
casual
better.
level to it, which allowed you to get into it, which I feel was a nice gap stop.
Yes.
For people to be like, oh, I like the casual. Oh, well, look at how much deeper I can go.
Yeah,
Exactly.
You can follow, Hadvar, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Or the Stormcloak guy, or you could just run off into the world.
Yeah.
Like there were a lot of things you could do. What was the name of where the Red Guard came from?
I haven't. I'll guess I'm
I
looking
mean,
that
is
up.
there even someone who's
Next
beat
week-
everything in Skyrim?
No, it's impossible.
Like, exactly,
no,
like,
still-
The game will keep sending you quests.
Oh yeah, if you count those, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because that's one of the best parts about Skyrim. It's
Okay,
pretty
so
much
number
never
7
ending.
on our list, while I'm looking up this Redguard thing for Rob, is the Avengers. When he killed them in Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe. Didn't he put it in their coffee? Like he shrank down bombs?
Yeah, he used PEM particles
Oh,
to shrink down
yeah.
explosives.
They reside now in Hammerfell, but they're from the lost continent of Yokunda?
Hammerfell, that's what it is.
Yeah.
That part I didn't know about the lost continent of Yokunda. Hammerfell.
Hammerfell's what they are in the game, though.
There we go.
But anyway, he shrunk down bombs, put them into
Yeah.
the coffee.
Yep.
He shrunk down explosives and fed it to him.
No,
Yeah.
that was Luke Cage. How did he get the rest of them, though?
Oh yeah, that was a great way.
No,
to get
that's what
Luke
I'm
Cage.
saying. Like because he brought the explosives back up on the table.
Well, okay, so he killed
Yeah,
everyone,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
Luke Cage survived, and he gave him the coffee.
Because he put it in his coffee and killed him from the inside out. Yeah, it was a genius idea.
Yeah.
It was super smart using
He's
PEM particles.
really thought out some of those.
Yeah, it was
Deadpool's
pretty
smart.
Or,
at-
the writer did, colored bun, but whatever.
And
All
then
right, so we have
Thor.
one that's not in Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe, Daredevil. So the whole encounter with Daredevil is pretty funny. The fight involves acrobatics between the two combatants, but soon it becomes clear that Wade is getting the worst of the fight. That is until Daredevil senses that Deadpool has a baby in his arms. A misstep sends Deadpool sprawling, and the baby goes flying off of a rooftop. So Daredevil leaps after to save the child, taking the brunt of the fall into a dumpster. Only after the crash does Daredevil unwrap the bundle to find that it's not a baby, but a tiny doll of Deadpool. Before Daredevil can recover from his surprise, the real Deadpool appears behind him with a gun pressed to his skull, and he says it best: "Guess who wins?"
That's in continuity.
That is in continuity.
When did that happen?
They didn't cite any sources in this thing.
It was like
I
12
wish they
souls.
did, because I would. Some of these, I'm like, I really
This
want to
looks
read
like
that
older
story.
too. If you look at the art style they ran with for this one.
That's not too old.
That looks like Joe Kelly Deadpool.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Ed McGuinness's art. Ed McGuinness is the guy who's drawing the new Avengers.
Okay,
okay.
so the X-Men. Oh, don't worry. Screen Rant decided to kind of cheat it up a little bit. Like they went back and forth on Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe.
Is this? Oh, I was saying.
So this is Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe
Wow.
X-Men.
Wait, the young X-Men, because that was Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe again.
No,
No,
this
no.
is the original X-Men.
This is the original.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Deadpool dispatches the X-Men ruthlessly, killing the majority of them by tampering with Cyclops' laser vision to make him lose control and kill his own allies. Even Professor X is powerless to help, attempting to delve into Deadpool's mind to put an end to the chaos, but instead being driven to his own death when he sees Deadpool's truth that they are all just a comic book.
Yeah. He actually forces
wow.
Xavier to summon the X-Men. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, wasn't it like say
Yeah.
to me my X-Men or something?
Yeah, he's like to me my X-Men, and then they all show up, and then he just massacres them all. It's one of the most spectacular ass whoopings in the history of comics. It's hilarious. It's dark, and it's brutal, but it's hilarious.
Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe, Punisher.
I loved what he did with Punisher.
I can't remember what he did.
Yeah, I
If
can't
I remember what he
it.
did with Punisher, he set up a decoy in a building. Because the Punisher tried to kill Deadpool because Deadpool was killing everybody.
Right.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so he set up a decoy in the building, and the Punisher was scouting the decoy, and then he finally got the sniper rifle and everything in position, only to find out it was fake.
It was Puppet Master.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
because
yeah,
that's
it
how
was-
he
it was
took
Puppet
out
Master.
Puppet Master
Yeah,
as
well, that's
well.
how he took out like Galactus. Is he had like Puppet Master create like puppets of like Galactus and all those different characters, and then use Galactus to kill like all the cosmic entities or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would turn out to be a decoy, and then Deadpool snuck up behind Punisher and killed him.
One of the coolest things that reminds me of one of the things that happened in Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe again, when he gets merged with Ultron.
Really?
Yeah, did you read Deadpool Kills the Marvel
No,
Universe
I
again?
didn't read it.
That they actually gave a good reason why it was happening. It was in an alternate universe as usual, but the reason behind it was Red Skull. They had tricked Deadpool into not seeing what was happening.
If I can remember correctly, this was implied that it was in the same universe where Logan killed all the X-Men before Old Man Logan.
Yes.
Because I remember he shows up at the mansion and he sees all the dead bodies and he goes, "Oh, Logan."
Yeah.
I remember that being in there, and it was implied
on,
that it
what
was
now?
doing. The story Deadpool Kills Marvel Universe again was implied that it was
In Old Man Logan.
in Old Man Logan where he kills all the X-Men because he goes to try and kill them and sees them all dead.
Remember how Logan never explains how Red Skull won?
Yeah.
So what it implies is that Red Skull won by messing with Deadpool's, making him hallucinate.
There was some
So every
messed
time
up
he would
stuff.
kill friends, he thought he was doing something fun or like, oh, we're at a carnival.
He thought he was like playing with the Power Pack kids.
Yeah.
And Moon Girl.
And he's just murdering them?
He was murdering them in like Times Square, and everyone's just like, those were kids. And he's like, for once, I'm glad I don't remember this.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's some
very
of it's
heavily implied that is what Red Skull did.
That
And it
is
comes
dark.
all the way down to just Red Skull and Deadpool. And during that, he gets merged with Ultron. That's because there's some people that they can't fight, so they take his body parts and they merge him with Ultron so that he has more power to kill the superheroes.
Jesus.
Yeah, the
And he
villains
eventually
do
rips
that.
it all off. But what I love is the conclusion to it, because it's left on a cliffhanger of if it's real or not. Because he kills. Obviously, he gets revenge on Red Skull. Everyone's supposedly dead except for Old Man Loganish, I think, at that point.
Yeah.
And what ends up happening is he kills Red Skull, but the head keeps talking. And Red Skull's like, "Is this real, or did I make this up too? So you would think you win."
Yeah.
Wow.
And you're just like, and I think he says he likes the idea that he won in the end.
Exactly.
And he leaves it at that.
He's like, you know what? I'm going to believe that this is real because it gives me at least some peace.
Yeah.
See, that's like Wolverine. Wolverine kills the Marvel Universe, where like the hand brainwashes him, and Hydra keeps teleporting him out whenever he gets caught.
Yeah.
And so like he just ends up killing everybody.
Yeah, that's exactly what they did with Deadpool.
Yeah.
Like he's used by the villains to kill every superhero.
Yeah.
Then when he figures out what's going on, he still is like hallucinating, but he kills all the villains because they did that to him.
Yep.
What was that?
One of the best scenes is when he meets up with Magneto. Because Magneto's like, this went too far.
Yeah.
He's like, here, just kill me. And
Oh,
here's
yeah.
Here's where Red
he
Skull
doesn't
is.
even kill him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he leaves him to suffer for it.
Yeah, he basically, Magneto was part of them tricking him. And Magneto regrets it entirely.
After
and
he
he's
killed all
like,
the X-Men.
I'm not going to kill you. You need to like live with this as well. And he's just like, it's
Damn.
intense. You need to read it.
Like it's a book you look at and you're like, cash grab, whatever.
Yeah, but it turned out to be
actually
really
a
good.
really good story.
Huh.
It's definitely worth reading.
Yeah. What was that? What was the name of that story with Wolverine? I can't remember the name. It was from. I keep wanting to say Greg Capullo, but that's not right. Who was the guy that wrote Wonder Woman at the beginning of Rebirth?
Greg Rucka.
Yeah. Who was? It was part of Greg Rucka's run. What was the name of that story? I can't remember. But no, those kind of stories are cool. Like the one where Punisher kills everybody on Earth.
Yeah, aren't they turning into zombies?
No.
I thought he had-
I'm sorry,
I thought-
not the Punisher. Juggernaut.
Oh, okay.
Kills everybody on Earth.
I was gonna say, I
Like,
thought,
that was
I thought
cool.
Punishers was everyone was turning into zombies. That was
Yeah,
the
that
reason.
was they were becoming like wild cannibals. That
Yeah.
was Punisher, not Punisher the End. That was Punisher versus the Marvel Universe, I think.
Yeah.
Punisher the End is where the world's eradicated in like nuclear war, and then like politicians and CEOs take up residence in a bunker, and the Punisher learns about it, and he breaks in and kills them all, and basically dooms humanity to extinction. He's like the last man standing and just dies from fallout.
So it's kind of like Fallout Punisher edition?
Basically, yeah. Yeah, dude, it's crazy. They get out of the prison and like the clouds are on fire from like all the nuclear. Yeah, all the nuclear. It's crazy. It's a really dark story. It's a one shot. It's like a really dark story.
Yeah. I'll have to check it out. I've never actually read it, but you've talked about it a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
All right, let's move on. We're on the last three, so let's keep going.
Okay.
Deadpool kills himself, and Deadpool kills the Marvel. Deadpool kills Deadpool. He kills evil Deadpool, the gimp one in the leather. Once again, I feel like this is cheating if you're going to make a list like this.
It is
The
cheating
one that's
and-
like a bunch of Deadpools sewn
Yeah.
together?
Yeah. The biggest problem that I had with that is it felt like they wrote themselves into a hole and just
Yeah.
didn't know how to get out.
Oh, dude, these last ones are lame.
What are they?
That sucks.
Okay, so that one is Deadpool kills Deadpool kills himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Deadpool kills Marvel Universe. The next one is the Taskmaster when he forces him to fight.
Oh, and then Man-Thing.
Man-Thing. I
Yeah.
love that. He
Yes,
was like, those who feel fear will feel the touch of the Man-Thing.
Because didn't he
Yeah.
like fear not being able to kill Deadpool?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
That
because-
was the best. Oh, I loved that.
But once
death.
again,
the
you're pulling it
coolest
from a thing that literally says Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
They
cash
should
grab
have
list.
just
No, but
renamed this the best deaths of
Yes,
Deadpool
best
kills.
deaths of Deadpool kills Marvel Universe.
But no, it was okay. But the fight against Taskmaster was cool though, because Deadpool kept like walking around him, like they kept walking in circles, and like he would hit him every once in a while. He was like, but your ability is that like you see people,
Yeah.
like you see, like you basically copy their abilities. And he's like, so you'll basically become me, which means you'll be even with me, which means you'll never be able to kill me.
Yeah.
And you're afraid you can't kill me. And he was like, but we're in the Everglades.
Yeah.
And those who know fear will die at the hands of the Man-Thing. He just incinerates Taskmaster.
Yeah.
It was
So
the
good.
coolest thing. It was so
I
awesome.
loved that one.
Yeah, I love that.
That's
yeah.
still probably in the top Deadpool killing someone on my
Oh, yeah.
personal list.
Yeah.
Okay, and this, I'm going to tell you right now, Screen Rant, you fellas horribly on this list.
Oh God.
Number 1 is he killed Deathstroke. Now, that's DC, right? There's a Deadpool-looking version of Deathstroke in Deadpool Kills Deadpool.
Yeah.
And they're counting that.
No. No Screen Rant.
Yeah, this is just
No.
lazy. It was the laziest thing I've ever seen.
Well, and it's off of one panel, too.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's lazy as hell.
That's
That was a lazy list. That was... And
Yeah.
that's why you got us going on many, many tangents.
yeah.
Yeah, it's almost as lazy as me in high school. That's pitiful.
I was pretty lazy in high school.
Yeah. Yeah, I goofed off a lot in high school.
So what do you guys think of Screen Rant's list? Do we like it? Do we hate it?
I mean, it's a list that exists.
It's a list that exists. I feel
Yeah.
like it should have been.
That's like Rob's go-to whenever he doesn't want to say he doesn't like something, but he doesn't like it. Like, we'll be like, hey, Rob, what'd you think of this video game? It's a game that exists.
I don't want to
What do
be
you think about
negative.
this movie? It's a movie that exists. Hey, Rob, what'd you think of Solo? It's a Star Wars movie that exists.
Yeah, I don't want to be super negative. You know? Now I could just be like, that list is garbage, which it is. But I don't want to be like really.
Well, if you don't want to be super negative, I'll take care of it for you, because that was terrible. I think they should have renamed it The Best Deaths of Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe, included Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe again.
Well, this is
and
from a
made
year
the-
ago, so I'll give him that. That
Okay,
wasn't
fair
accurate.
enough.
Yeah.
They should have made Deadpool Kills Taskmaster #1.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
probably one of the better ones.
Because that was probably one of the ones that truly, as you were reading it, you're like, this fight's gonna go on forever, and they end it in one of the best ways. Of he basically backs him into the corner of Man-Thing being there.
How did he kill Thor?
Who? Thor?
I can't even
In
remember.
Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe. Yeah, I don't remember how he killed
did.
Thor.
There was like he actually fought
Yeah,
him. I don't
he
know.
Yeah.
killed Thor. I know he like pinched his nose. He was like, boop. It was
Didn't he
hilarious.
do something with a hammer?
Oh no, he used Pym particles on the hammer. I think.
Oh yeah, and like made it super super big, and it was like coming down and like
Yeah,
crushed him
and it smashed him,
because
that's what
it
it
like
was.
had to go back to him.
Yeah, he summoned his hammer back to him, and then Deadpool had Pym particles.
Yeah.
And activated the Pym particles on the way back, and it blew up the size of the hammer. That's what it was, and smashed Thor.
God.
Yeah, he was smashed by his own hammer.
So if
Great
you guys
story.
enjoyed the RnBe, don't forget to subscribe right here at Comicstorian. If you're listening to this on iTunes or SoundCloud, whatever their rating system is, please give us a 5-star or 3-star or 20-star
Or a thumbs up.
Thumbs up. I don't know what you're listening to this on.
The highest rating they can give us that.
We would really appreciate that. And if you want to chat more directly with Dan, he's at Dan T Editor on Twitter. Dan, you're not Dan, you're Rob.
I'm
Rob
not
is
Dan.
at Comics Explained on Twitter, and you can find his YouTube channel at Fluidic Beats. I'm Comicstorian. Wherever you're listening to this is most likely something related to me, so you can find me at Comicstorian. And you can find all of us located at
YouTube
Elegant
wouldn't
Monster.
change it. Like I hit up Michelle and I was like, "Can you guys change that to match?" She's like, "No, I'm sorry, we can't." And I'm like,
I
"You
feel
can
like
or you won't."
I
Like,
hate having
you
to
know.
say, I have to say Fluidic Beats every time because it's
Yeah.
true. That's the problem.
I
like-
feel like Benny just brings it up because he finds it a little fun. He's like,
is a little bit
fluidic.
funny.
No, because if you type in Comics Explained, it's somebody who's squatting the account.
Yeah.
So I have to say Fluidic Beats or Rob
Yeah.
can't get it.
I mean, I'm sure I could have YouTube just take the account from him and give it to me.
I know.
I'm surprised
I know,
they don't.
I know that there was this because I've seen Rooster Teeth did it way back in the day.
Yeah.
Someone was squatting on the Let's Play account, and Rooster Teeth wanted to officially have it, and so they got YouTube to give it to them.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's just like they have to prove that no one's been using it or that it's
Yeah.
a dead account. It's like a whole thing.
Yeah.
I don't even know if they'll still do it. This is a while.
It's worth trying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give it a shot, Rob.
Hit up Michelle. Be like, "This is the name of my channel. I've had this channel name for 4 years. Like, give me that account."
Yeah.
Yeah. I would be a little nicer about it.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna say. Yeah, I'm not gonna be like that.
All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. If you're watching us on Twitch, we're going to go to another topic in a minute and enjoy your. Oh, it's almost coming off finally. Enjoy your coffee.
I thought he was just about to smash it
I
off
thought I
there
was
for a
too.
second.
I thought I was